Hello, my name is Taylor. I'll be doing a presentation over the electric drill here. I chose this topic because I find myself having to use them a lot, especially around the house. I enjoy the good old DIY projects. I have some experience with building a deck in addition to a house, like a little sunroom. I've done a bunch of privacy fences. And they are always something that you gotta have while you're on the job. So they come in handy all the time, and I just kind of want to break it down and maybe learn a little bit more about what I'm using. Some of the things that you use the drill for is simply just drilling in a screw. You're using a bit to drill in a hole that you're eventually going to put a screw into. There have been some attachments for vehicles, as polishing a car. But mostly the drills are great for working with concrete, wood, metal, bricks, drywall, almost anything really that you can figure. So the electric drill is a rotating power drill that's powered by an electric motor. And here's some of the history of the drill that I found. The first handheld was created in Germany in 1895, and I found out that Arthur Arnett and William Bryan, they were the first to put the electric motor onto the drill in 1889. And then Black & Decker put out the first trigger portable drill in 1917, and later with the cordless in 1961. Come to find out that drills have been used for a very long time. They date back as far as 3000 BC. They've been found in Egypt and in the Roman and medieval ages. So they've been using drills for quite some time. Here's the motor. It's more likely a brush motor, but they typically use magnets on the inside here that create an attraction and repulsion. That's what keeps the bar spinning. And inside of this, it consists of the armature, which it's the coils that kind of collect the electricity, and it creates like a magnetic field for the magnets. We have the commutator, which is the switch that comes in contact with the brushes and ensures the motor provides steady motion while you're using it. And then the brush comes in contact with that, and that's what gives it power. And then the axle is what is going to hold all of this together. So there's a bunch of different type of batteries out there. The most popular that I've seen, especially nowadays, is the lithium ion. It's a little more expensive, I guess, with it being newer, but it does better overall as far as the heat and being able to, I guess, last longer during one single charge. But I did find out that they're not great overall as far as like length of time. They only good for about an average of 300 to 500 charges. I think the others were a little bit more than that, but you get the payoff with it. But then, of course, the more volts that you have in a battery, the stronger drill will be versus a 12 volt or a 20 volt or something like that. And here we have the trigger. You'll find it's located directly near the chuck. I just found out that it sends the speeds of the drill to 200 to 2000 RPMs, which I did not know. But then the chuck and the torque, the chuck is the piece that's in the front that has like the 3 teeth or the 3 jaws, and that's what holds the bit in place. And it can be tightened and loosened using the switch, the forward and reverse switch, to get that undone. But the torque control is directly behind it usually, and it adjusts the power that you use when you're using the drill. some of the material or some of the screws or something that you're using may be a little more sensitive, and you can't put as much pressure on them, so you have to draw back on the torque and make sure you don't sink in like some screws and stuff. Let's see. And nowadays, most of them, or just about everyone I have, has an LED light right directly up under the chuck. And these things are always awesome because if you can't see too good or you're in a dark place, these always come in handy. They automatically come on when you pull the trigger. Even if you just tap it a little bit, the light comes on and it doesn't activate the whole drill, so it can be used as a flashlight if you get low on flashlights. And that is my presentation. I hope everyone enjoyed it and found it somewhat interesting as I did, and thank you.